Good morning, girls. I know for some of you it's already the afternoon. Please forgive me. I got up and did a few other things this morning before jumping right on the computer to be with you. But I'm really excited about what I have to share with you today. You know, we've been talking a lot about how to how to keep our peace and what brings us peace and wisdom and a couple other words we've been kind of throwing around in there. And today I came across a really cool story in the Bible. I've been reading through the Bible this year, trying to read it chronologically from beginning to end. And today I came across this story in Chronicles, and I think it really illustrates what we've been talking about. It's actually in 2 Chronicles 25, and it starts at verse 6, and it says this: He also hired 100,000 fighting men from Israel for 100 talents of silver. But a man of God came to him and said, O king, these troops from Israel must not march with you, for the Lord is not with Israel, not with any of the people of Ephraim. Even if you go and fight courageously in battle, God will overthrow you before the enemy, for God has the power to help or to overthrow. Amaziah asked the man of God, But what about the 100 talents I paid for these Israelite troops? The man of God replied, The Lord can give you much more than that. And that struck me today because of this. So often we set our plans in motion. We kind of schedule things or plan things or make decisions about things. And then God comes along and wants us to do something different. And our first thing is to complain about the limitation. But we forget that sometimes those limitations are to bring us a much bigger blessing in exchange. And I think that's where we really kind of struggle. And I know I do. I know this week I've been struggling quite a bit because it was my week without the kids, and I was going to plan my homeschool week or my homeschool year, get it all worked out, and I battled every day with God about, but I want to schedule all these things. And he said, yes, but your children need a break. But I want to make sure we get through the whole books. Yes, but it doesn't really matter about that. Your children will learn. Just have fun. But I don't want to have fun, really. I just want to make sure I can check off all my boxes. Yes, I know that. That's why I'm telling you to stop. See, sometimes we kind of get those little conversations in our heads going, don't we? We want things to go our way, and God often has something better in store for us. And I just wanted to encourage you with that story today that even kings, want to do their own thing. But the difference between keeping our peace and losing it doesn't necessarily come from just seeking it. It comes from being obedient. See, this king, what he did is he dispatched all those troops. He said, okay, fine, I won't have them. And he was granted favor in the battle he went into. But sometimes we don't. We decide we still know what's better. We push through things. We go for whatever it is we think we're supposed to go for, and only to find out that it didn't turn out the way we wanted it to be. And I know that happens too. I planned a whole day this week and found out the next day I had overplanned and had to go back and redo the entire thing because I didn't want to listen to God first. But here's what I wrote today in my journal about all that. And I like to share what I write because I think it's just pure right there at the moment. And here's what I wrote. So keeping alive your faith in the goodness of God is at the root of how to keep your peace through difficult times. Faith that His timing, ways, and His plan are the best thing for us. Faith that the tragedies that touch our lives are hand-picked to grow us into the purpose He created us for. Faith that the changes we go through are meant to make us more Christ-like, fully dependent upon the Father, and nothing less. And then that reminded me of the definition of faith in Hebrews 11:1, which says, Now faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see. And I thought, okay, what do I hope for? Well, I hope for having a really great school year. I hope for having an amazing vacation with my husband. I hope for having just peace in my life every day. Well, faith is being certain of that hope. But when we remember our faith in all that comes at us each day, seeking wisdom for what we do not understand, being obedient to God's will over our own, that's when we will have peace. Ladies, I've referenced a couple other Bible verses to go right along with this, and I hope you'll take the time to look them up. But hopefully, first of all, I want you to go to Hebrews 11. I want you to read the whole chapter. And I want you to add in, and it's not blasphemy, I swear, the book of the Bible is complete in what it is, but I want you to understand something. At verse 40 it ends. I want you to add verse 41 that says, by faith, and insert your name. And what is it you're going to cling to God with for faith? And remember, at the root of that faith comes our dependence upon God for the wisdom He has, for the plan He has for us, which, when we follow, will bring us our peace. Ladies, I'm praying for you. And I hope that this weekend you let go with abandon and have joy and just enjoy what you've got. Enjoy it and find the peace in that. And next week we're going to start talking about you and how important you are to God and why it's so important to take care of yourself. So I hope you'll come back. I'm praying for you. Bye.